Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Brooke and this is Seeds to Sanctuary, and today's upload we are going to make baklava. It is a wonderful tradition around Christmas and we just absolutely love it here, and I would love to share my recipe with you. So let's get started on that baklava. What will we need in order to make it? You're going to need phyllo dough. You will need pumpkin spice. You will need vanilla extract, honey, and you can use all walnuts or all pecans or a mixture of both. You can even add pistachios into this as well. I think that is more traditional. And then you're also going to need butter. So without further ado, let's get to making some baklava. Okay friends, the first thing we need to do to make our baklava is to make our simple syrup. And we are going to need 1.5 cups of water to make our simple syrup, 3/4 cups of honey, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 1.5 cups of sugar. Now we're gonna add our pumpkin spice. Okay, take this time to take out some of your aggressions and beat up some nuts, because we're gonna need them here in a few seconds. Okay, our syrup has come to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a quick stir and then take it down to simmer for about 20 minutes. Okay, so now we're going to take our melted butter and we're going to go ahead and we're going to just brush the bottom of our pan like this to make sure that we have it all covered so nothing sticks. Make sure you get the sides as well. And then we're going to take our dough, our sheets, and we're going to gently put them in the bottom. Now, you're not going to layer that many on the bottom, or you're not going to start your layers until you have about 8 of these sheets covering the bottom of our pan. And they're quite delicate. So let's be careful with it. If they rip or they break, it's okay. It's just gonna be a little extra flaky spot. Just kind of layer it like you would lasagna. Then once you have 8 layers of your phyllo dough. I believe I'm saying that correct. If I'm not, I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. So once you have 8 layers, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to add some melted butter to it. Okay, now that we have our phyllo dough, 8 layers in our pan, and we buttered the surface, the top of it, we're going to go ahead and take our nuts that we crushed up. I added 2 cups of walnuts to this and 1.25 cups of pecans. You can use pistachios as well. That's more traditional. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a layer of these nuts onto my dough. Don't forget to set your 20-minute timer once your simple syrup is has already come to a boil. And then we're just going to lightly add our nuts to this layer, and then we're going to start stacking up the layers. Repeating it just like lasagna. So I'm adding 3 in between each layer. We do this to build a good bottom crust and also to not allow all of our honey to pool at the bottom. So make sure that you add a good amount of layers to the bottom of your I'm going to finish this and then I'll see you when it's time to pour over our simple syrup. If you find your phyllo dough is breaking apart like this, it's okay. Just go ahead and put it in.
It's not going to hurt
And
anything.
now we're going to score this. We're going to make our shapes. But make sure when you cut down into this, you don't cut down into all the way to the bottom, because you don't want all of the honey, your syrup mix, to go pile upping down into the bottom. You want to have it where it's a barrier so the honey stays throughout the layers. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut down, but not all the way. And I'm going to start off by cutting it long ways. And then I'm going to cut triangles.
Be kind to one another and don't give in to fear.
Making sure that I don't cut all the way down. Now that you have it cut into your desired shape, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pour your mixture right over top. Leave me a comment of your favorite Christmas or holiday tradition. I would love to get to know you a little bit more. Thank you so much. Now once you have all of this nice and beautiful, okay, so once you have all of your simple syrup base over top of your pastry and your nuts, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it in our oven for 1.5 hours at 325 degrees. And I just can't wait for you to try this. Seriously, it's so good. Thanks for joining me, by the way. I am very much appreciated, and I wish you guys a very merry holiday, Christmas, whatever it is that you love to do around this time. I hope that you have a merry time doing it. So, what's for dinner? We are going to make pizza on focaccia bread. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I like using focaccia bread because it is more like it's airy and it gets a crunch to it. And
LOL, I guess Molly wanted to be a part of it. She was feeling left out.
I like using focaccia bread instead of pizza dough because, for one, it's so much easier. You don't have to worry about folding and flipping and doing all of that. All you have to do is put it in I used a cake pan, and I will show you the recipe to this bread in another upload because it is part of my Let's Make Bread Simple, Let's Bake Bread Together. So these are already pre-made. So I'm literally just taking store-bought, our favorite ranch, and I'm putting a good dollop right here. And then I'm just going to use my little spatula and I'm going to spread it around. Make sure that you do not put too much. No, we all love ranch. At least we're ranch people. So much that I embarrassed my brother-in-law one time because we were at a restaurant and he was offered to pay for my husband and I, which was a very kind gesture. So I didn't want to order something very expensive off the menu. So I ordered chicken fingers and I asked them for ranch and they told me they didn't have any. And I was like, no ranch? And apparently I was so loud I embarrassed him. And he called my mother-in-law and said, have you ever ate at a restaurant with Brooke? So, but we love ranch. The whole point of that is we love ranch, but don't overload your pizza. It will make it soggy. You can always add a drizzle of ranch on the top of it afterwards and no sogginess will happen. Okay, next I'm taking canned chicken that I preserved on my own from whole chickens. And I'm just going to go ahead. You could take 2 chicken breasts and you can boil them in water and then you could shred them. This is just part of the whole easy part of canning. You know, you have it, it's already ready, and it's so delicious. If you hadn't seen my latest video, you would see that I used it and I was quite nervous to use it. Okay, and then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some homegrown broccoli that I froze, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna place a little bit on here. It's very easy. You can also make these focaccia breads ahead of time and freeze them and then pull them out and let them thaw in your refrigerator on your counter for a couple of hours before dinner. And you can literally have dinner done, made up within 5 or 6 minutes because you're not chatting. And yeah, it's just so easy. Just wham, bam, it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some sharp cheddar. You can embellish this pizza any way your heart sees fit. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some beautiful homegrown red onions. Okay, so I cut my red onion up. I sliced it up and I cut them nice and thin. And I'm just going to go ahead and place them on top. This pizza is that easy. That easy, guys. You'll be eating some yummy homemade pizza within 35 minutes after it comes out. 25 to 35. All right, now let's put this one in the oven and we'll start on our buffalo chicken dip pizza. I forgot to mention that I have my pizza stone in the oven and I preheat my oven to 425. Now for our buffalo chicken pizza, you're going to need some Frank's Red Hots or any kind of hot sauce that you like the most, but we're a fan, so that's the kind we use. So you're going to need 8 ounces of cream cheese. And I just take a microwave safe bowl and I place my cream cheese in here. And this is, if you would like it mild, only do about 3 or 4 splashes. We like it with a little bit more heat, so I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons into here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of my already shredded up, beautifully canned up meat, and I'm going to put it in here. All right, now we're going to put this in the microwave for 3 minutes. And I'll be right back. About halfway through, a minute and a half, you're going to go ahead and just like incorporate all of your stuff together, get it mixed in. Okay, now that our buffalo dip is what it really is all coming together and all the cream cheese is melted, we're going to go ahead and just pour this right on top of our pizza. And then I'm going to spread it out as evenly as possible. And then you can take your favorite cheese. I'm going to use a mixture of Sharp and mozzarella. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some cheese on this. All right, well guys, I'm sorry if you're not able to I'm sorry if you're not able to see it. The sun is beautifully shining here in Ohio, and it's usually dark and dreary in my kitchen, but it's beautifully and sunny, so we're going to embrace it. I put my cheese on there. I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of red onion. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of my sharp cheddar. Okay, so our chicken ranch one has come out of the oven and it looks so beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put our buffalo in. How yummy! Hope you all enjoyed this episode and you enjoy the baklava and make yourself some yummy pizza. Bye for now. Thanks for watching, and if no one has told you today, you are valuable and you are loved. See you next time, friends. Bye for now.